Okay, budget rabble red. So we're gonna start off with 21 mountains, or my bad, 20 mountains. If you're running a non-budget version of this build, sub out 3 mountains for 3 mutavaults, and it's just a good beatdown. Alright, let's look at our 1-drop creatures. We have 4 Fire Drinker Satyrs. It's a 1-drop for 2/1. You can pump them up, deal 1 damage to you, which is kind of nice turn 1 play. Another good turn 1 play, Rakdos Cackler. It's 1 for 1 red, and you want to play it as Unleashed, so it's a 2/2 because you don't really need to block, being that you're trying to take your opponent out early. Foundry Street Denizen. This card's really crucial to this deck's synergy, so it's a 1/1, but whenever a red creature enters the battlefield under your control, Denizen gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Note that it's also a goblin, and we're also running Goblin Rabblemancer, which we'll get into his ability later, but that comes really in handy. 4 Shred Freaks. 3 Young Pyromancers, great because we're running a lot of instants. 3 Gutter Snipe, again great for our instants such as Lightning Strike or Searing Blood. Deals 2 damage whenever you whether in an instant or sorcery. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, deals 2 damage to each opponent. So Lightning Strike becomes a 5 damage spell. 2 Goblin Rabblemancer, one of the main win conditions. Other goblin creatures you control attack each turn if able. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 goblin token with haste on the battlefield. Whenever a Goblin Rabblemaster attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking goblin. Being that at the beginning of your combat step, you get +1/+0 for each goblin, that gets +1/+0 for each goblin for every time a creature enters the battlefield, you get a 1/1 haste each combat. So that's going to pump that up each turn. And pump this up at the same time, so that's got a little synergy. 4 Inferno Fist. It's a good enchantment. Pump up your creature, sack, deal 2 damage to target creature or player. 4 Lightning Strike. 3 Searing Blood. Good removal, 3 damage. Trigger Gutter Snipe for 5, so you can potentially get rid of a creature and deal damage to the controller. 4 Magma Jet, mostly for its scry ability. And 2 Mugging. So that's the main board.